This is a Shingle Backed Lizard. Now in Australia there's 5 families of lizards and he's a skink. His binomial name is Taliqua rugosa, which means blue tongue with wrinkly skin. Did you see him poking out his tongue? He's sensing you, he's tasting the air. And check out his short little stumpy legs. He can't run very quickly, so he likes to sit still to avoid being eaten by predators, using his camouflage. He kind of looks like a rock or a pine cone. Now I want you to observe some adaptations today. Look at his ossified scales all over his body. Good protection against attack from a predator. Now a predator would be a magpie, a brown goshawk, maybe even a kookaburra. And you can tell he's a boy, he's got a big, buffy, fat head. And check out the tail. It's called a bluff mechanism. If he pretends he's got 2 heads, birds won't eat him. You wouldn't eat a 2-headed lizard, you get your nose bitten off. These guys can live up to 35 years in the wild. Now these animals are viviparous, which means that they give birth to live young. Hell, that big fat tail, it's like a school lunchbox, and he keeps all of his fat reserves in his tail to survive a drought. He can live for 3 months without having to eat a meal. And check out those big plates on his back, those big scales. They help him to thermoregulate by sitting outside in the sun. He's an ectotherm, a reptile with scales all over his body. They're like inbuilt solar panels. And he doesn't have to go to Kmart to buy his clothes. His old skin peels off like a dirty old sock, and he makes a new shiny skin underneath. Now he's an omnivore, which means he eats fruit, vegetables and meat. And his ecological niche is eating up all of the wildflowers. When he eats a flower, he digests it and poops out the seed, and they help basically engineer the landscape, revegetating arid lands. These animals are one of my favourite all-time skink lizard. So important to protect. They often get run over by our vehicles on our roads. 3% a year of the population of this lizard dies from road trauma.